And here in Milwaukee, another kind of crisis, a spike in gun violence with teenage victims. Just yesterday, a 16-year-old girl was arrested for allegedly shooting a 15-year-old boy.
CBS 58's Yukari Nakayama talked to the mayor and the head of the Office of Violence Prevention today about what they can do to stop the horrifying trend immediately. Yukari?
Yeah, that's right, Jessica Nadley. Gun violence has been an issue for years here in Milwaukee, but in less than a month, starting February 19th of this year, we've reported on 8 shooting victims, all teenagers. So I asked those city leaders what they're doing to keep children of Milwaukee safe right now.
Will it all disappear overnight? That's not a realistic expectation to have of anybody, not the police department, and definitely not of this office of 4 people right now.
Ashanti Hamilton, leader of the Office of Violence Prevention, has been holding that role for about 6 months and says teaching teens different problem-solving skills to avoid violence is key to decrease the bloodshed.
What we want to be able to do is to try to disrupt that activity and to show them a different way of dealing with that anger and that pain.
He says he's had several groups within hotspot communities make connections with youth to teach and preach peace. But when asked how he's measured the success of those efforts,
is a more complicated conversation. And there's oftentimes multiple variables that are having an impact both in the spikes and the reduction of criminal activity.
There was no solid answer. From February 19th to March 1st, 8 teens between the ages of 12 to 17 were shot in the city. 2 were fatal. I asked both Hamilton and Mayor Cavalier Johnson what has contributed to this bloodshed. Their answers: access to guns.
There are so many guns out there and so easily accessible to folks.
The mayor saying he and MPD have plans in the works to combat that accessibility. Meanwhile, Hamilton says an immediate solution to the carnage is responsible gun ownership, saying most guns teen use are stolen.
We're actually reaching out to partners so that there is easy access to what responsible gun ownership looks like, and to have access to that training in their community.
Like you heard there, Hamilton thinks responsible gun ownership is an immediate action that can curb violence within youth. He also says he's in the process of creating anti-violence proposals with MPS, which he would like to be implemented before the end of the school year. In the studio, Yukari Nakayama, CBS 58 News.
Yukari.